So hello everyone again, and I thought I would do a quick shot of my view, and once again I will show you my watch face. And right now I've got the this solid display, and I'm trying to catch the display without the, there we go, without the shine, the reflections. It's not easy to do. Anyway, here is my view, and the talk coming right now. So hello again, and I thought I'd better do a very quick video on something that somebody else has mentioned to me, and again I find this absolutely amazing. But apparently the World Health Organization, the WHO, does not support and does not offer forced vaccinations as a policy. The World Health Organization is not in support of forced vaccinations. Now, my understanding all along is because the virus and the pandemic is basically a health issue, and we have a body called the World Health Organization, and we've been led to believe that governments have been taking lead from the World Health Organization. So you would arrive at the conclusion that that governments are their advice and their mandates would follow that as prescribed by or advised by the World Health Organization. But we know of, as of yesterday, Austria plans to force vaccinate its population, and but yet the World Health Organization does not support this. So, you know, the man in the street is really left with this unbelievable question in their mind. You know, what is going on? The World Health Organization, the go-to body that everyone has been told, you know, has the bottom line on health policy connected to the pandemic and vaccine. They say they do not support forced vaccinations, but yet a European country, Austria, has now mandated for next year, early next year, forced vaccinations for its entire population. So yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely amazed. I cannot believe this. Yeah, no wonder, you know, these facts, these announcements leave the general public scratching their heads, wondering what on earth is going on at government level, and in this case the European level. Because also, let's remember, last night once again there were riots in Rotterdam, another European country. People are so against the government's policy around COVID, the lockdowns, vaccines, etc. They're so anti what is being forced upon them that they are now resorting to violence in the streets. This is happening. What's interesting is it doesn't appear on the mainstream media. It is mentioned on some mainstream media, like the BBC. They do mention it on their radio programming, but I haven't seen it on the mainstream news media channels. But you would think of something so important, you know, significant, would be on all mainstream media, but it's not. And in actual fact, this reminds me of all the protests that that have taken and are still taking place in France, Germany in particular, and I think almost all other European countries have seen some kind of public protest against the government's policy. You would think that this would be a main feature in the news. You'd think that this would be something serious that needs to be mentioned and debated. But once again, the mainstream media simply avoids talking about it, defaults to their narrative, which used to be to follow the World Health Organization. That has now changed. They are not following the World Health Organization guidelines. European governments are simply employing that can only be described as a draconian, totalitarian policy regards COVID policy. I mean, it's amazing. You can see that my, my expressions here and the way I'm speaking, I am just amazed. I don't know if this is a twilight zone that I'm in, or an altered reality, or this is real, because I can't believe I'm talking to camera, saying what I'm saying. And at the same time, I'm worried about censorship. I'm worried about somebody at YouTube is going to watch this video and consider that I'm providing medical misinformation, because that seems to be the claim that they have. Well, it is the claim that they have had on at least 1 million videos on YouTube. That mention the pandemic or the vaccine or the virus. They've removed 1 million videos for medical misinformation, and I can't believe that there are, a million videos like this. I mean, no one watches this. I think 3 people watch this, mum and dad, and they probably don't watch it. And my best friend, well, a good friend of mine, and they tell me it's rubbish. So no one watches this, and but yet I'm worried about being censored, and I have had one of my videos removed for medical misinformation, and the video, ironically, was about censorship. I mean, we are living in a crazy world right now. Things are not making sense. Anyone would be forgiven to think that, something mysterious is happening, because that's the only conclusion that you could arrive at. What we are being subject to seems overreach. It does not make sense, and it's not what we told would be happening. And all the other opinions about what is going on are simply deemed conspiracy, or they're just crazy ideas. But all the ideas that are in place today are the same ideas that were in place last year. Last year they were conspiracy theories. This year they're becoming reality. Last year, forced vaccinations was a conspiracy theory. You were crazy thinking that could ever happen. This year, that crazy conspiracy theory that could not happen is now reality in Europe. And yeah, I mean, I'm getting sick of talking about this. I really am. I was hoping to chat about business and just something more interesting than this. But I feel obliged to mention it again, because it is serious, it is happening. The mainstream news media does not talk about it. And I think that, people like me that have an awareness, that are concerned, should say something. And we should be able to say it without feeling that we're going to be choked, and without the feeling that the video will be taken down, without the feeling that we're going to be censored for simply having an opinion and offering thoughts about something that's very serious. So yeah, things do seem crazy, they seem wrong, I believe they are wrong. And I'm a little bit wondering what to do myself, how best to talk about this stuff. And I do find it worrying and concerning. Anyway, I hope that at least something I'm saying here is of use, is helpful. I hope it adds some value somewhere. And at that I will say ciao for now, and speak again. I just thought I'd add on at the end, and I'm one of those people that really believes credit where credit is due, and I never thought I'd say this, but I was quite impressed when the World Health Organization said that it doesn't support forced vaccinations. I mean, I was really, my heart fluttered. I thought, wow, I find myself almost liking the World Health Organization. At last, this body has said something that I like and I agree with, and it really pleased me. And in these videos, I like to add a positive at the end. I like to add a thought or a comment that should install something positive and some value. And yeah, so I wanted to leave this with, I was actually quite impressed with the World Health Organization saying what they did, that they do not support forced vaccinations. So there you go. And once again, hope everyone's well. I hope you have a good day, and see you again.